Cardi B tried at Nicki Minaj, because Nicki is yet to win a Grammy, and a lot of these ninjas in the game, they have it out for her. They have it out for her. Um, yeah. You know what came to my spirit a while ago? I guess, I don't know. Was this spirit? Don't tell me this was the motherfucking download that you've been giving me. Is this? Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making it seem minuscule. Okay. I guess it's important. It must be important if you giving me this download. Um, Rihanna was trying a Nicki Minaj when she got with ASAP Rocky, but she got knocked up in the process. And it was ASAP. There's so many reasons why she got with ASAP Rocky. And I hope that you've been like listening to the other recordings and you're accumulating all the reasons. Because yeah, there's the Kendall Jenner, blah blah blah. There's the Jay-Z, blah blah blah. But you remember when Nicki Minaj was with Meek Mill? Or Meek Mills, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah. And then that didn't work out. Then she got with this drug kingpin, yeah, whatever. And they got married, and she, had her son. But I don't, I feel like the intention was to get ASAP Rocky, to fall out of love with Kendall and to become head over heels with her. You see, the thing is, and then of course they break up. But you see, the thing is, it's so hard to believe that somebody loves you because like this is a part of her revealing her billionaire status. Because let me tell you something, these celebrities, you don't know what they don't want you to know, unless shit really get out of control. Okay. If they don't, like I said, a lot of these celebs you think don't got billions of dollars, got billions of dollars. They just don't want you to know that, because they don't want the IRS to know that. They don't want the government to know that, because that's more taxes for them motherfuckers. Plus, the means by which they got all them those are gonna have to, be exposed. Okay? So, like I said, Beyonce, Jay-Z, them dumb been billionaires long time. Okay? But they're keeping it at a certain level, because like, how long have you heard that Beyonce, her net worth is like 400 mil? I bet it's still at 400 mil. Because I know a couple of years ago, it was like at 400 mil. And I'm going on Google right now. I bet it's still on 400 mil or not far from there. Why the fuck is it still at that? And Lemonade was a success. She been on tours. She this, she that. She started the Ivy Park clothing line, which I'm gonna tell you, that's a brilliant idea. I don't know. I feel like this recording is getting too long. I don't know if I'm gonna split this into two. Maybe. There's always thinking about talking about clothing lines in a different video, but I don't know. So they're saying, according to Forbes, her net worth is 540 million US. Okay. As of June 2023. I don't believe that. You're not fucking fooling me. And like I said, this isn't money that they literally got sitting in the bank. These includes their assets, blah blah blah. They claim like that other celebrity net worths, I guess sites, they claim that another reliable, how the fuck is this? They're like Forbes, known for its meticulous evaluation of celebrity wealth, places their net worth at staggering. Would you say that's staggering? Okay, yeah. Well, even though we don't got that much though, we're not gonna say staggering because we know she got way more than that, you know, in offshore banks and all kinds of fucking shit. Okay. On the other hand, Celebrity Net Worth, another reliable source, quoted her worth at 500 million in July 2023. Now, how are you gonna say both of these? Oh, you gonna say Forbes is meticulous? Pretty much is like you're saying they are reliable because they're meticulous, right? Go Google the definition of meticulous if you don't know. These people are fucking stupid. Anyways, but what I'm saying is, you really think that we don't really care how much music Rihanna sold and whatever she's been doing, and well, we know about the, I told y'all about the porta potty, blah 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 blah. They claim that her and Jay-Z's combined net worth is slightly shy of 3 billion. It's more than that. Okay, but anyways, what I'm saying is she's not a stupid bitch as to what a lot of people try to make her out to be. I don't mean to be like talking out her business like this, but she is not a stupid bitch as people try to make her out to be, because she knows what she's doing. Because hey, she got money in a lot of places, and a lot of that net worth is that she got is just unknown. Okay, and she purposely too single-handedly wants it to seem as though Jay-Z's net worth is greater than hers. That way, if they should get a divorce, he gonna be the one paying her alimony and child support. You let that sink into your head. Remember, she's a Virgo. Plus, she's got her moon in Scorpio. If you know anything about astrology, only my astrologers and people who understand, just my people who understand astrology, let me just say that, because like ninjas and bitches be saying they're astrologers and they're just fucking not. But you know, the real ones know what that means. This woman is cunning as they come. Okay, she knows what she's doing. And maybe she is gonna leave his ass. But she had to make him bow down. You notice how she made him bow? She literally made him bow. And literally fucked shit up between him and them bitches he been fooling around with. Especially the main side chick. But she don't know everything. Remember what I told y'all in their little mini series, him, her, and Rihanna. She don't know everything. Okay? Or she's pretending that she don't know everything. That literally just came to me. She's pretending. Yeah, them motherfuckers be like talking shit, but what, they're not talking about me. Okay, that's the most important thing. Anyways, I had to pause so that all that fucking foolish shit doesn't get caught in my. They're actually cussing out my oldest sister. Yeah, she's the oldest one. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so it's like there's a lot of shit going on. I think I did a recording and it was titled "Shit is Brewing," but I'm not sure if I had privated that video, that video recording, blah blah. But I do have a copy of it. I have a copy of all my shit backed up. Shit in case someone choose to fuck with this, they'll just see bam. You know? But y'all just see with me because I don't always am in the mood to record. And if I'm getting the downloads, I'm just gonna talk. And if it's a 3-hour thing, it's just a fucking 3-hour thing. How about that? Okay. So anyways, it's pretty much like a part of the trick was because like ASAP, he's an obnoxious uh um he's a self-hating ninja, but he got this, which is quite contradictory, but he's obsessed with himself. The thing is, a lot of these black men, even though they have this obsession with themselves, they don't like their counterparts. So they're obsessed with themselves. They're very egotistical, or is it egoistic? But the black woman, they don't like. You feel me? And well, okay, I see the sense in that now. They're sexist. They think they're better than or greater than the black woman. So they look down on their counterpart, the opposite sex of them, So he's very sexist, but for a couple of dollars, attention, more attention, because that he just an attention whore. He will get with a chick who got a lot of money and seemingly a lot of clout so that he can get more money and clout. You feel what I'm trying to say? So some of these men, they think they're baiting these women, but they're actually the ones being baited. Okay. So her putting it out there that, oh, she's a billionaire, blah blah blah, it's a bait for him. She knows what she's doing. A lot of women do that shit, specifically black women. Okay, light skin or dark skin, they love to bait these lazy, sexist, yet at the same time feministic black men. These emasculated black men, I should say. They love to bait them with money and use money to take them from their partners. I mean, like, they say Lizzo did the same thing. That guy who she was with her, who left her since the the sexual assault allegations, um he was with somebody, and she fished him away, baited him away with her clout and her money. So, these black women are acting, inadequate and low and insufficient by using their monies to fish away these black men from these dark skinned black men from their partners. And it never works out well, not for them women and not for them men. Maybe it will more work out for them black men than, women who, do these practices, engage in these practices, you know? Never, like, we're told this, we hear this, we see this, but some still fall prey to their own manipulations or their own manipulative mindsets. Because I mean, like, even once you're a manipulative bitch, you will always be a manipulative bitch. It doesn't matter how you see it never works out for other manipulative bitches. You just cannot be who you're not. And you will always be who you are. You're a manipulative bitch. Even when you see it doesn't work for the next manipulative bitch, you're going to still be a manipulative bitch. And you too will fall prey or fall to the demise of your own manipulative stupidity. Okay, so they don't really want to get with men who already got their shit up, who are equally on their level or above them, because they want to feel like they're in control. And at the end of the day, they see that actually they're not in control. Okay, they thought that they were baiting a ninja, and sometimes it doesn't really work that way. Okay, and the way things look right now, it's like, I don't want to say it's like a Michael Jackson situation, because Lizzo is nothing compared to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is a legend, okay? But what I want to say is, these allegations will definitely affect your career. I'm telling you, people in the industry is like, it's like a drag community or drag ring, okay? They don't, the ones at the top, they don't like for the people who they're supplying to be making a whole lot of noise, like going around shooting up each other, because then they're not going to want to do business with them. Because if the popo holds on to them, they get fucked, because they may sell them out for lesser sentences, and that's the end of them. So they like for the people who they're supplying to be very discreet. So for these top celebrities, these ones higher above the chain, when you trying to climbing the ladder, or down here on the at the base of the ladder, there's a lot of noise. You're making a lot of noise. It's you making the noise, because, like, hey, you affiliated with these people, so basically you're making the noise. And it's not good noise. It's not an applause. It's not, it's not applause. They're gonna just not want shit to do with you. It's kind of similar, not so similar, but in a way similar with the whole Rihanna, Megan Thee Stallion. Rihanna was gonna have Megan model, her shit for her. And, because the whole Tory Lanez and blah, blah, blah. But it's not just that, because I spoke about that. It's not just only about that, because remember they said that, blah, blah, blah. Some shit was probably or possibly gonna get kicked off between Megan and her man, ASAP, blah, blah, or supposed man, ASAP. So it's a lot of shit, And sometimes these celebrities, they make shit seem like it's about another shit when it's really about that shit. And sometimes it's an amalgamation of all the shit. Okay. So with these allegations, they are gonna, they're gonna, take a toll on her career. So, you see the thing, you put in some work to get here, and you slip, you slide. You fucking slip, you slide. You say the wrong thing, you fire the wrong person, you touch the wrong person, you touch them a way, you talk to them in a certain way. That's the end of your career. Because they come out and speak, and even though they're not quote unquote celebrity, their words are damaging nonetheless to your career. Their words have weights. Okay? So, yeah, pretty much those allegations are gonna affect her career, no doubt. They're gonna affect her career. And because how, the ones who are on top of the game, top in the industry, they're not gonna wanna associate with her. They're not gonna want to collaborate with her. They're gonna try to keep their distance as far away from her as possible, because if they collaborate, if they associate with her, it's gonna seem like they co-sign all of the ish she's accused of. It's all about PR, public relations, and how they're gonna seem in the public's eye. Okay? So yeah, whether or not they're true, they are gonna affect her career. And you're gonna see for yourself. They did to Mikey's career. Yeah, he's still the king of pop, even in death. Blah, blah, blah. But, those allegations, they affected his career. They affected his associations a little, and they affected even the career or the careers of his relatives, his siblings, specifically Janet, because she was like the one climbing the ladder with him. She was like going up there with him. And the only reason why it didn't really, really, really destroy him that way was is his reputation that way to a devastating end, is because he had a long-standing career and he had climbed so high up the ladder, which Lizzo has not and did not. Has not yet climbed to certain heights as yet. That's why it's gonna be more damaging to her career, as well as he's dead. So there's a bit of remorse and empathy that comes, that's thrown upon his career because he died. Okay, so unless Lizzo is planning to die soon or to kill herself, then maybe she will get some sympathy right there. Okay, I'm gonna say more than empathy, it was sympathy that he received, because he died. The public, some people felt responsible, for, what led to his death and all of that stuff. Yeah. And then, even if Lizzo dies, like I said, she was not that far up the ladder in where the industry is concerned, so she still might not receive that sympathy. But you gotta be careful, because you cannot be so far up a ladder or the ladder that you cannot come tumbling down. So you still gotta, you have to always and forever treat people with respect. Remember when Rihanna was this absolute bitch, like when she was just like going up the ladder, and she had this oh, I'm an invincible bitch attitude, and she would just pick fights. I think for me they were like picking fights, because people would say stuff, and it's like she would deliberately scroll through her comment sections and look for bad comments to respond to just just for being a bitch sake, you know. I don't know, maybe she was just bored at that point in her career. Um and it wasn't a good look on her. I feel like she's got a consultant who's like giving her good consultancy, good advices. Who's like, that's not a good look for you, especially if you want to build a brand. You don't want to piss anybody off whatsoever. Nobody whatsoever. So when people say bad shit, just ignore it. And just, oh, you know what? Stop looking for bad shit. How about you stop reading your comments? Or, look over the bad shit. Because you don't want to come off as too saucy. And we saw she started, somewhat acting different. It's not that people aren't saying bad ish about her, but she's ignoring, you know, these bad ish, or at least most of them. Um, I touched on the sacrifice in the previous recording because let me tell you something. Charisma. Um, I talked about this in regards to the now prime minister of the country that I was born in, live in right now. There's this quote unquote pastor guy who he was they found him and killing people in his church, and he was arrested while he was being transported to the courthouse. They took an irrational route meaning that didn't make any sense, route to the courthouse. And funny enough, which nobody was surprised, at least I wasn't, there was an accident. He supposedly died. Nobody heard anything, jack shit, or anything about his funeral, him being buried, going 6 feet under, blah blah blah. A lot of people speculate he's still alive. Why I bring him up? That man has been affiliated with a lot of political personalities. Okay, on both parties, both dominant parties in the country. And it is said, which I definitely co-sign, that he had been performing a lot of rituals, death sacrifices, blood sacrifices for politicians. And politicians, they do a lot of this, like these celebrities, blood sacrifices, where in which they, kill people so that, they can, offer their death, their blood, up for something that they desire. Because, okay, death and transformation, okay. So a part of what they would request is charisma. And that's why you see majority of these celebrities on the top having a lot of charisma. Because what it actually is what it actually is they want that charisma to pull people's energies, to be loved by the audience, to be loved by the crowd, to be loved by society. Of course, it's not gonna take a toll or have an effect on everybody, but it is nonetheless gonna affect the weaker, like the people who are weaker spiritually, subconsciously. Those weaker people are gonna fall under the spell. They're gonna be in awe, and these are the ones who become fans. That's why I say I'm not a fan of any celebrity. These people become fans, stans, whatever the fuck they call them. Part of the Rihanna Navy, a part of the Beehive, a part of whatever you got, the Barbie gang, whatever they call them. Okay, that's how they get their fan bases. Okay, because these people they're under spells. They're literally under spells. Okay, and these people have to make sacrifices every now and then, especially when they're not at a certain level. Okay, and I don't know, what was I watching again? I was watching something, and oh yeah, there's this mini series that I don't remember the name of it, that I was watching on Netflix. And this woman and her family, her daughter, I think it was her daughter and her husband, they moved into this community. And let me tell you something. Movie is art, and art depicts reality. Never you forget that. It can be no other way. Okay? And also, these deaths, they have to be somewhat announced or televised or publicized. That gives them power. You know, there has to seem like there's some devastating loss. And that's why, for example, some of these celebrities who they claim that, oh, their cousin died, like Rihanna supposedly, well, lost a cousin the other day. They got to talk about that. And how these celebrities, they're the ones giving these gossip sites, these gossip blogs, the tea. Okay, just as when they're going to the airport, they call them, oh, I'm gonna be at LAX 10 a.m. Okay, do you think these pops, they just sit down here and there hoping that a celebrity passes through? You're fucking stupid. I mean, as lame and lousy as they are, they're not that. And as low as they are, they're not that low, not that lame, not that lousy. Well, okay, that's a commonplace for celebrities to pass through, right? Okay, what about the not so common places? What about them places, huh? And these paps just happen to be there. What about when she flies to Barbados? Like, there are paps just sitting in Barbados and, oh, I hope Brianna flies in today. Shut the fuck up. They do that. And no, don't tell me their assistant did that. Or well, maybe they told their assistant to call the paps in that sense. Okay? Because if you're flying to this country and you don't want anyone to know, first and foremost, the only person who will know is you. Your assistant. If your assistant is coming, well, most likely, even if your assistant isn't gonna go. And the airport maybe. And if these celebrities were really that serious about people giving out their information about their whereabouts, they could easily find out these people who are doing it. Like, if it's not my assistant, it gotta be the airport. They can sue the airport for that. That's like a violation of their privacy. But they know it's not the airport doing that shit. And they know even if it's the assistant doing that, it's because they tell them to do that. So think about that stuff, okay? I don't know where I saw something like that. Oh, yeah, during the Amber Heard and the Johnny Depp trial. When, it was revealed that she would call the paps to, she would inform the paps that she would be at a certain location. That's some real shit. That's what be going on. Because if they wanted to be at certain places discreetly, they could, and they can. Why do you think at other times they go about their business and the paparazzis, they don't see them, they don't find them? Because when they're at them other places, And they don't want them to know. They don't, nobody. Their their assistant don't rat them out. Nobody rats them out because hey, they want it to be discreet. Oh, they're having a birthday celebration right here. Oh, they wanted the paps to know. Because if they didn't want to, there's no way the restaurant owner or the workers there could say shit. Because that's a lawsuit. Also, another thing. Um, what else was I gonna say? Even when the paparazzi find them going out with other celebrities, and there goes the rumor that they're with this person or that person. That's what they want, because some of these hookups and some of these relationships are just publicity stunts. Yeah, they're lousy for that shit. Okay, let me tell you something. People who are genuine and really authentic, they're not hungry for attention, they're not hungry for fame. You can make money, you can make wealth without fame. There are tons of wealthy people out there who are not famous. There are billionaires out there who are not famous. And people don't know they're billionaires. People don't know they're millionaires. People don't know they're wealthy as fuck. People don't know. Because these people, they want to live peaceful and discreet lives. They're not attention whores. They're not hungry for attention. So I don't understand why people look up to celebrities, because the mere fact that they're a celebrity speaks volume of their character, that they're attention whores. Point blank. Okay? Especially the ones who constantly want to be in the limelight. If you don't want to be in the limelight anymore, you don't have to be. Michael Jackson, he lived a somewhat recluse, isolated life for the last few years of his life. He did. Okay? So when they want to have privacy, they can have that. Literally, they can. They just choose for their shit to be out in the open. Okay? Because they're attention whores, like I said. What I haven't forgotten the story that I wanted to say. I was watching this miniseries on Netflix, and the woman and her daughter and her husband moved into a community, and it was a creepy ass community, so fucking creepy. It was like, the people there, I think they were mostly women who were doing these sacrifices. They were like, they all had animals, and they were very seemingly close to their animals. And these people are creepy as F, sadistic and masochistic at once, because they acquire themselves pets, they allow themselves to get attached to these pets, and then they kill these pets as sacrifices for wealth. That's pretty much what that episode of it was about. The whole series itself was really creepy, but that episode was really that could trigger paranoia in somebody. You know, it could make you not trust people around you, because the woman, okay, so she caught how she got into the thing, because she eventually killed her husband, and then her daughter eventually killed her and became really wealthy. But how it got to that point was she caught some of the women in the woods killing a cat which belonged to one of them. And that's when they started to tell her about their little secret sacrifice thing that they had going on in the community. Anyways, she didn't fully understand how it went, and so she got herself a cat, I think. She got herself a cat, and she killed the cat. She got a little money. I don't remember what it is that she got, but it wasn't much. She was furious because she never murdered or killed any living thing before, and she did all of that. Seemingly went out of character, but that bitch was just innately wicked, because once you don't have it, you're in you to do something, you would just never, like I said, once You can never be who you're not. I said that, right? Okay. So there are some people who are murderers at heart, but they just don't realize or know it yet until something happens that brings it out in them. Anyways, so it was like she was furious and she went to one of the women. I don't know if she was a leader or whatever. I don't remember if they had a leader. And she's like, all she got was blah blah blah, because after she killed the cat she bought a lottery ticket. And yeah, she won, but she won a little bit of money. Yeah, I remember what she won. She won, but she won a little bit of money. She wanted the jackpot. So anyway, she went to the woman and she was furious and she was like, "Oh, she did what she said. She killed the cat. Blah blah blah." And that's all she got. The woman's response was to her that, um, the sacrifice that you make is equal to the reward that you get. So if you sacrifice something that you know you didn't have much connection to, and it wasn't much, which would mean it wasn't much of a sacrifice, because you don't really feel like you're losing something because you didn't really develop a bond with the thing, or there wasn't really a bond with the thing, then you're not gonna get much. Okay, the bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the reward. Yeah, pretty much, basically, I think that's what she said. So she was like thinking now. Oh, so she realized why they bonded with the pets first and developed a relationship, a connection, a bond with them before killing them. That's why I said they're like masochistic and sadistic at the same time, because they cause these animals pain, but they also cause themselves pain in a bid to acquire wealth. That's so despicable. But you know what that bitch did? She killed the dog, the family dog, which was really more so her daughter's dog. And I don't remember what she got. Oh wait, she didn't get her a pet. She didn't get a pet. What she had killed first was her daughter's dog. But because it wasn't her dog and she wasn't the one who had a connection or a bond with the dog, she didn't get much of a reward. So the crazy bitch decided to kill her husband. And she led her husband out into the woods to kill him. And the daughter went looking for the husband and came across the mother killing the dad, attacking the dad. And I'm trying to remember how it goes. Oh, I think she told the husband what she did to the dog, and it was like, she's crazy, blah 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 blah. She decided that she was gonna kill the husband, and she attacked him. The daughter came, saw her. I think this is how it went, something of this sort. And eventually, I think the daughter, oh, the husband didn't die. Because the daughter came in and helped the father, she was the one who ended up die instead. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay, everything is going as it, in order as they're supposed to. All that I'm saying, all that I'm doing. Okay. That's a sign from the universe. 2 hours and 34 minutes. Oh, it's 11:11. I wish to have all my desires, wants, and needs before this year ends, before 2023 ends. I wish for the perfect life, bliss, happiness, health, wealth, beauty for my sons and I, and protection, complete protection over my sons and I from all harm and ill. And no wish or plot or scheme against us will come to fruition. Okay, I did that, before it changed. Okay, so that was specifically for me. Oh my gosh, that was like, I had to utilize that, guys. You know? So it was like, the father and the daughter, they escaped, and I don't remember, they got some money. I don't know if it was from some life insurance, but they got some money. And funny enough, the daughter, man, she killed her father. She eventually killed her father. And she became this big shot, I think, lawyer, very wealthy, because I think she got some money from life insurance from, I don't remember if it was both of their deaths or if it was just the father's death. I don't remember. I think she won the lottery also or something like that. It was just crazy because like the woman said, the bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the reward, blah blah blah. And that is true. Believe it or not, that is so true. But you would have to have loved the person, or love the person or the animal. It has to be a living thing, though. Wait, does it have to be a living thing? Like, can you give up a passion, which would be a form of death, and that would be like a sacrifice? So, but a passion is somewhat a living thing. So it's like your passion is pretty much the fifth house. That's like life. So could be a passion. Could be a passion, something you're passionate about. I guess you could give that up, which is like sacrificing it, and you get some, you get a reward. So yeah, that was just literally revealed to me. But that's what a lot of these celebrities, they do. That's why you gotta really be careful. It's not nice being related or friends with these celebrities, because you never know if and or when they gonna decide to sacrifice you. You feel me? And I don't know, I wonder if that's why her friend, quote in quotation, friend Melissa, is now somewhat distant from her. Because if I remember, if was following this shit up, because it's shit that I used to follow up. You'd remember that they were like ass and butt cheeks, or two butt cheeks, or two peas in a pod, or what's that phrase that they would use? Like, they were like everywhere together. They were just like, yeah. And now, you don't see them out together anymore. I'm gonna see if she's gonna be out with her after this video, which would be proof that what I've been saying all along, or if they're gonna be like posting about each other and some shit. But you don't even hear her talk about her anymore, or you don't. It's like their connection is dead. And I don't know if she's the one who cut her off because she don't want to sacrifice her, or she know that they be sacrificing people and she don't want to get sacrificed, and so she just split. But once there is still the connection, there is pretty much still the possibility that she can still get sacrificed. I mean, they've been friends for a long time, so she would still be somewhat a sacrifice, a loss, which would mean she would still be a sacrifice. So the chick who died, the cousin who died, I'm not sure, but I saw it somewhere that they said her brother died a couple years ago. So it would seem like the cousin, that male cousin, was apparently a female who died recently. The male cousin, which would be this chick's brother, was the cousin that they said died a couple years ago. And they had said something like their mother also died a couple years ago. So it's like, what the fuck is going on with that family? It's like, she, like, grown up, she didn't like that aunt, she didn't like them cousins, and okay, no, that don't make much sense. I mean, like, is sacrificing a relative who you don't like considered a sacrifice? No, that's not considered a sacrifice. It would have been somebody that you were close to and you had some good feelings towards. So their death would be some form of loss, hence a form of sacrifice. So but like, I'm like, I had to wonder that, because I'm like, why the fuck? You I done suspected that she sacrificed that guy some years ago. I mean, he died to gun violence and some shit like that. But, there isn't a specific way they died. Because when they set their shit up for these people, that when they mark them for death, pretty much they die in varying ways. That's why you gotta protect yourself spiritually. So that if you got any relative or any family member who try to do that shit to you, man, it bounces off of you and ricochets to them. So pretty much it would be like they took their own poison. Because if they didn't try to fuck you up, then they wouldn't have got fucked up. You feel what I'm trying to say? So it's crazy. It's crazy. A lot of crazy shit out there. So like, she be like sacrificing and stuff, and it was pretty much how she got the break. A part of it, that's how she got noticed and was preferred over the other girls, because even though the other girls were, I believe they were darker complexion, like I say, people from other races, they're not nitpicky about, oh, I prefer a lighter shade black than a darker shade. No, we're not on the plantation. It's not plantation days. Okay? That's not how it goes. Not anymore. Okay? Her mom is mixed up in witchcraft and voodoo and all of that shit. And that's what got her that preference. Okay? And then when she got, to the States, blah, 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 and was to meet that person, there was a sacrifice made. And like, if we were to really dig into her history or past, I'm sure we would notice that something was amiss. Something happened, back then. Okay? When, that got her that break, and that put her in that position to, be molested, of course, by the pedophile, which is Jay-Z. Okay, so it's just a whole lot of shit. But, at the end of the day, I don't really want to say that. That's fucked up. I mean, like, bad shit do happen to good people too. Good and bad shit happen to good and bad people. But for the good people, there is always a lesson, and there's always something to gain from all of that. The fucked up people, the bad people, it's just pure torment and torture for them, pretty much. And misery, and you know how they say misery loves company. So they contract that virus, and how they deal with that is to spread it to other people. So other people are found in that situation of having contracted that, shit, just like that. So it's just what it is. The good people, they figure out they contracted it. They don't try to spread that shit. They don't try to inoculate the whole fucking place with that shit. And that's how you know the good from the fucking bad. You feel what I'm trying to say? So, yeah. I'm like, why fucking think, okay, spreading it, that's gonna give you a start when you go to hell? Is that gonna, if I was real, like, is that gonna make you live longer? That shit don't make you live longer. How the fuck you feel? Like you no longer a victim. And you no longer deserve empathy. Cause you done do the same thing the motherfucker did that gave that shit to you. It's like it was okay what that person did to you. Because hey, you out there doing the same thing. How does that make you any better than the person who gave the virus to you? It doesn't. It really doesn't make you any better. Because you out there doing the same fucking thing. You ain't better. And it's like, you got that and you deserve that. Because you got a same spirit like the person who gave it to you. Somebody who got it and found out they got it and they try their best not to give it to other people, man, that's a real one. And ain't sympathy going out to that person, but pure empathy. You empathize with somebody like that. And you know in yourself that that person did not deserve that. Because that person is pure and good. That's a good one. That's a perfect being. And it's not saying anything less than that is imperfect because, but misery loves company. Somebody who, though they may be in misery, try not to make others or try not to put others in a state of misery and still, try to give people hope and make other people happy, even though you're not, it's not your responsibility to make somebody else happy, but the mere fact that you don't try to cause them misery is like pretty much you, making them happy, indirectly, even though, like, that's something that, it's not like, what do I want to say? You should be given a prize for that, because like, you don't hurt other people because you're hurting. That's something you just don't do. You not doing that, you not hurting somebody else because you're hurt, it's not something deserving an award for, but yet you deserve an award for it because there's so many people who don't understand that concept. Just like you deserve an award for that nonetheless, because there's so many motherfuckers out here who are hurting people because they're hurt. The fuck is this? So it's like something that should just naturally and innately be understood is not understood. And so what is natural and somebody doing what should come as natural pretty much deserves an award for just doing the right thing, which should come natural. It just really doesn't make any sense, but that's just where we're on right now. That's the level that we're on right now. That's how fucked up people are. So yeah, a lot of them knew they had it and spread it and still be spreading it. Because a lot of them too engaged and or engaging in drug related sex. And when you really look at that situation, when somebody is high on drugs and all of that, they don't really, especially like hard substances like crack, cocaine, heroin, meth and stuff like those, they don't really think well. And they don't think futuristically, they don't think about the future. They're just thinking about present moment, the current moment. And they don't think maybe this bitch could possibly got something, this ninja could possibly got something. As well as if someone is intoxicated by alcohol, with alcohol. They don't think clearly, they don't think rationally. So like, you'd be like, why would these people engage in unprotected sex? That's fucking why. Because a lot of them do drugs. And it doesn't take hard drugs to get you thinking irrationally. But especially when you're on hard drugs, you can just imagine. Because if somebody's drunk and they be acting a fool, can you just imagine if they're on crack, cocaine, meth, and all of that shit? Plus, being on alcohol, because a lot of them, they mix the drugs with alcohol and all of that shit. Heroin and all of that stuff. So you just imagine. Just imagine. It's crazy. So when I tell you a lot of these celebrities out there, they have STDs, or at least one STD, believe me when I say that. Sometimes you get so far that you become bored. And you can get pretty much any clothes you want. And this doesn't go for everybody, because some of us are balanced and, we don't seek vanity for completion and satisfaction. But majority of the world's population are like that. And, so you can get any handbag you want, any purse, any clothes, any shoes, any, you can do your hair anyhow you want. You can wear any hair, any wig. You can wear any makeup you want, any fragrance. You can drive any car you want. You can live anywhere you want. You feel me? And so it's like you don't really have to work that hard anymore, because you've gotten to that place where you can kind of chill. And yeah, I mentioned this in the previous recording that they still pretty much have to work to stabilize or to keep stuff afloat, because they got bills, they got property taxes, IRS, they got all kinds of taxes, plus they got people bribing a lot of them about shit they don't want to come to light. They got a lot of employees, assistants, bodyguards, chefs, butlers, helpers or maids or whatever you call them, tutors if they got kids, and chauffeurs, just a lot of people on their payroll, payroll. So it's, it's not like they can just decide just sit on their bums. And yeah, they got royalties and all of that, but how much is the royalties, and versus how much is the revenue versus the expenditure, and a lot of them got several properties, several vehicles they got to keep licensed and insured, and they got to upkeep the properties, pay the people who upkeep the properties. It's just a lot of expense, and a lot of people don't think about all of that stuff. So it's not like they can just stop working and still have all of those things. And that's why you hear about a lot of these celebrities who go bankrupt, because It's about accounting. You gotta understand, accounting, the whole concept of it. Okay, you gotta keep money coming in to keep things afloat, to be able to keep living a certain lifestyle. To the private jets, to maintain them, to pay the pilots, the people who serve them on these jets, like I said, up keeping them, paying license for them, blah, blah, blah. Maybe they got to pay for the pilot's licensing and or licenses or and all of that stuff. And plus to use the airspace, and it's a whole lot of expense, flying, airplane fuel, flying to this country, that country, for hotel visits, for all that stuff. So it's not that easy. Plus they gotta pay people to keep them relevant, especially when they're not really doing that much in the industry anymore, not putting out new music. It's not easy. That's why some of them do take breaks. It's not easy continuously, consistently putting out music that is worthy of being listened to, because even though they got their stands and their fans, 256 man, 1133, wow, I feel lucky. I am lucky. And so are my sons. My sons and I are so lucky. Ishay. Okay, back at it. Okay, back at the commentary or whatever this said, the recording. So it's like, what was I saying? Yeah, it's like, especially for the ones who don't write their own songs, the ones who especially don't write their own songs, they have to, it's not easy finding music that, because like I said, yeah, they got their stands, the people who are pretty much hypnotized to listen to every shit they put out, even if it's garbage. But then there are people who are also equally as influential as they are, who listen to shit and what do you call it? Make commentaries, okay, on the shit that's being put out there. So they still gotta ensure that they're putting out a certain quality or something that's not below a certain quality. Okay? So that's pretty much that. So it's not easy, guys. I mean, you fight to acquire a certain lifestyle, and you gotta keep fighting, Don't think that once you get there, you can slack off and that's it. You pretty much gotta, if you want to stay relevant, if you want to keep getting endorsement deals, a lot of them gotta keep making these sacrifices to stay relevant. Okay, in another video, I'm gonna talk about Beyonce and how strategic she is and how smart she is, not creating her own clothing line. You know what I mean, okay? I mean, even though she started, she got this Ivy Parks, is it? Or Ivy Park? It does have a S or not? I don't know. Clothing line. It's not an independent clothing line. It is affiliated with Adidas. Okay, so plus I'm not sure, she has a jewelry line with Tiffany's. I'm not sure, or maybe that was just an ad. Plus whatever else she got going on, because like she tried the House of Darion with her mom. I don't know if that's selling. Is it, guys? I really don't know. But I feel like she figured something out about launching, your own clothing line. And I think coming back to Rihanna and her clothing line and her makeup brand, I am gonna research back to when her cousin actually died and her grandmother, I think was her maternal grandmother, and her maternal grandfather died also. I'm gonna research back to when they died. Not really research, just gonna Google that shit. um and try to see if there's a connection there to when her makeup brand was launched and her fashion line was launched. Okay, as well as I said, the male cousin who died. Okay, so I'm sure I can sense it already intuitively that um there are connections right there. There are connections right there. Yeah. Beyonce, she's made sacrifices, okay? And I must say, the one that strongly comes to mind, she did a song about that cousin who passed away. And I'm going to tell you for a fact that that was indeed a sacrifice, okay? Um, I spoke about her and Aaliyah. I believe I did. And that motherfucker Jay-Z in a previous recording or previous recordings, okay? Yeah. Jay-Z, sacrificed Aaliyah for Beyonce's come up. Of course, Beyonce was a part of that. And of course, like I said, Beyonce, Jay-Z bought her from her dad. And yeah, so that's something. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna talk about her and you know her desire to not really launch an independent fashion line and anything of that sort. Oh fuck yeah, I just might just talk about it right now because like after this I don't think I am gonna record anything else, and I don't know how long again before it'll be before I feel in the mood to record anything else. So let me just say it. um at first I was feeling disappointed in her, even though I'm still like fuck you for what happened to Aaliyah. And I realize she's really cunning, and which makes sense because she's a Virgo, and Virgo is the zodiac snake. I'm a Virgo also. Hell yeah. I mean, people don't give me enough credit. People always think that they're getting over me, or when like I'm actually the one, like the master fucking mind, like pretty much controlling them to fuck up so that I can fuck them up. You feel what I'm trying to say? That sounds fucked up, but okay. But the thing is like pretty much you are not of a certain nature. You're incorruptible. So, you know, that explains itself. The ones who get fucked up are the ones who are corruptible and who deserves to be fucked up because they're weak spiritually. Anyways, what I want to say is plus she got her moon in Scorpio. Okay? She got her moon in fucking Scorpio. And some people may not like me for saying this, but Sun in Scorpios are not that smart. Okay. Maybe the other aspects that falls in line with that, maybe. Okay, but as for the Sun, the fifth house itself being in Scorpio, or the Earth, the goat, not that smart. Okay? Because pretty much their intentions with goes well and in line with their desires are out in the open. So um these people cannot really do shit and get away with it. Even if they think they've gotten away with it, it always comes up to catch them and bite them in the ass. They always get, like, for me, I try because like I got an aspect in that string of frequency. I'm not a Sun in Scorpio, wasn't born in the Earth, the goat, thank God. But like for me, I wouldn't, for me, I don't, I try to be as, honest and as um I try to be as, like, what's that word? Are you telling me I'm getting another download? I try to be as authentic as possible because um like that's why that's not the reason why I don't do drugs. I think it's just fucking, it fucks people up, and it's just, I understand why some people do, but something I wouldn't do because they're illegal. And I only started smoking weed after it was decriminalized in Jamaica. And it wasn't like I was sitting plotting like, oh, I'm waiting on it to get decriminalized. It just happened. It was, I'm just like always aligned. Like for me, like I'm not gonna say I don't, but I shouldn't question anything that I'm led to do, whether mentally, emotionally, spiritually, verbally, physically, because literally I'm led by spirit, and whatever I do, I am supposed to do. It's like that Six of Swords kind of frequency. It is, the Six of Swords frequency. I'm literally being guided by spirit to do whatever it is I'm supposed to do. Even if like the conscious or the carnal body or aspect of me thinks it's a fucked up thing to do, it always turns out to be for my best interest. Okay, but I always try to be as authentic and truthful as possible because, like, for me, I got strong karma. Okay, that is why I've always noticed that people who do me wrong always get the shitty end of the stick, and usually not for long or not long after. Okay, um likewise, if I do fucked up shit, I get the shitty end of the stick. So I try to do good. I try my best not to hurt anybody, because I know nobody can dare hurt me and get away with it. And I know no one can dare hurt me and get away with it. So the point that I'm trying to make is the fifth house in Scorpio is not an ideal placement for Scorpio. And I'm not saying the fourth house is either, but it's actually a better placement than for the fifth house. Okay? Because the fifth house in Scorpio, they are way too emotional and they reveal their hands way too much. And it is hard for them. I mean, even though there are aspects that are aligned with that, it doesn't mean that people having other aspects that are aligned with it suffers the same fate. But I'm saying specifically fifth house in Scorpio or somebody born during the year of the goat, they always expose their hands, especially and hence they never get away with shit. And this is something I've literally observed over the years. They are weak because of that. They're weak because of that. Their weakness is their own self. And why why is their ego or themselves a weakness? Because they're too emotional and they wear their desires, their subconscious on their sleeves. Okay, they wear their subconscious and their desires on their sleeves, and that's what makes them fucking weak. Okay. Another thing I want to say, but she's got her moon in Scorpio, and I'm not saying that's an ideal placement, because the truth is that's the placement of a sociopath or a psychopath. Sociopath and psychopath, they don't mean the same thing, but they remind me of egoistic and egotistic, or egoistical or egotistical. They are similar in meaning, but they do not mean the same thing. They're not the same. So when I say that is, they are manipulative, intensely, immensely manipulative. They hide their subconscious well. They hide their desires well. What they really want to do to you, they hide their desires very well. They are creepy as fuck. But like with my gifts that I have, I can literally see through these motherfuckers, okay? Okay, but they tend to try really hard to hide shit. Okay? They will hate your guts, but they will speak good about you, so you never know they hate your guts, and so that other people never know that they hate you too. And that's why, at first I was like, maybe she doesn't know about Rihanna and Jay-Z and she doesn't hate her. But I'm like, she was talking about other females who are supposedly successful and been successful in the industry. It would seem kind of sus to people if she actually didn't call Rihanna's name. Okay? And, it's a facade. It really is. Okay? I'm not gonna talk about her and Rihanna right now. Okay? And I said I don't know if this is the download that I was receiving, but let's see which one of my which side of me is actually right. But then again, like I said, guys, Jay-Z was cheating on her with several different women, and one was Gwyneth Paltrow, because if you remember, they were very close friends and they went on vacations together. Okay. And in Lemonade, one of the songs was like made reference to Becky with the good hair. Part of me wants to believe that was about Gwyneth Paltrow, and there's another part of me that is telling me that was a shade, that was a jab at Rihanna. We know what they consider good hair is not the hair texture that Rihanna has, because apparently Rihanna has 4C hair. Okay? Beyonce does not have 4C hair. She has if you want to say softer or looser curls than Rihanna, yeah. But Rihanna was also known. I mean, that stylist that she had was, you know, I mean, these people, they take so many credits from people around them, you know, because I said this before. So she has a clothing line. Do you think all or most of those designs are hers? Mm-mm. There are creative people out there who don't really have a name for themselves, and they buy their designs, they buy their ideas. It's just like using ghostwriters. They sing these songs, but they're not their songs. They didn't pen these lyrics. Okay? Um and it goes for the stylist. The stylists, they put them together so well. They're like, sometimes you hear these motherfuckers talk like, I'm not saying they don't have a mind for their own, and sometimes they don't choose shit for themselves, but they're so fucked up because a lot of times, they have these stylists who go out there hunting for unique shit for them, and they bring shit to them, and or they take pictures of shit and they say, would you like this? Would you like to see it in person? Would you like to try it on? And they, lucky for them, they make come across a stylist who's really good at styling, and these people connect them with really beautiful pieces. These hairstylists, they really take pride in their work, and so they know how to do their hair to hide certain flaws and to accentuate certain um positive or attractive features that they may have. And they just always look so, or most of the time look so glamorous to the public. And they take all the praise. Some of them, they don't even acknowledge their stylists. Like, you know they just take the praise for their hair looking this, and for being known for having really good hair. So there's like a play on words right there. Okay. And like I said, with the moon being in Scorpio, a lot of shit is hidden. Okay. And there is a lot of play on words um with somebody like that. Okay, so you have to look deeply into what they say. Okay, so Becky with the good hair doesn't necessarily mean it's a white chick. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean. Okay, now she could say Becky because she wants to disguise who the fucking person was. Maybe there's a feeling of inferiority, um that this is a younger bitch, comes from a poor country, came from nothing, came out of poverty, and this bitch actually been grinding her man. So maybe it's a play on words right there to make it seem as though it's this is a bit fucked up to say, to make it seem like it's a white chick. She got cheated on, not with a black chick, you know and certainly not somebody from a third world country. Or is it a developing country? Is Barbados a developing country? I don't know, because those are like considered second world countries, even though that's not really a thing. I think they just call them developing countries, and then you got first world countries like America. Okay. But that could just be an illusion right there. Oh no, he did not cheat on her with a black woman, because there's no black woman you know on her level, and it's colorist on some real shit, but that could be the illusion. It could also be that she is yet to discover that he been fucking her. She been fucking Rihanna. I mean, she been in an illusion all this while that maybe she allowed him to manipulate her into believing that they never had a thing and the public is just fucking messy, or there's somebody out there who got it out for their marriage and it's just very fucking messy. He would never fuck somebody as young as that, because when she just started out she was 16, 17, okay? So she doesn't want to believe she is married to a possible pedophile, because that would definitely make him a pedophile. You don't gotta be 10, 11, 12, 8 or that shit. I mean, fuck it, is 16, 17-year-old, you are fucking pedo, man. I don't care what you want to say or how you want to pretty up that shit. Another thing, what I want to say is, yeah, it could be that